Fat to Fit week number 16. We've been upping the ante on our workouts this week. We've been doing well. I threw a weighted vest into my runs. I was getting kind of tired of doing the same old runs, so I threw a weighted vest into the mix. I've been trying out different sizes, different weights with that thing and seeing how that's been going. Been getting used to that. It's been hitting my trap muscles the hardest for sure, but I've been getting used to it. My traps are going to be really strong, you know what I mean? Maybe I could throw some shrugs into the mix and that'll make my traps even stronger. I don't know, but I've been hitting those very, very tough this week. A few other things I've been doing way more push-ups than usual. I did some sit-ups, which is quite abnormal these days. Did some sit-ups. I also did a lot of I did a little bit of weightlifting. I did overhead press and I did incline bench this week. I'm going to do that and other things again next week as well. I'm quite optimistic about the future of my weightlifting. I definitely want to get more into that into the near future. Unfortunately, our weigh-ins were not the best this week. I did cheat quite a lot late last week and early this week. Luckily, the last few days of us have been going very well, and I'm actually very, very optimistic about the future. We've been laying new ground rules and whatnot where I have to eat at least 1,400 calories a day. Never had a minimum before, so I think that'll help a lot mentally. I won't have the idea of I could cheat today and then just fast tomorrow, which is something I would always think of. Don't have that excuse anymore because I have to eat 1,400 calories, so that will eliminate that thing, that little mental fallacy. And so I have to have at least 1,400 calories a day, but no more than 2,000 calories. So that gives us plenty of leeway in there, plenty of room to eat below my maintenance so that I lose weight, and also getting into more exercise. That's going to help a lot as well. So I'm quite optimistic about the future. I'm also going to be keeping track of how many days in a row I haven't cheated on my diet. So far we're on a streak of 3, so that's pretty awesome. Next week we're going to be on a streak of 10. Okay, it's going to be awesome. So a few little things have gone on this week. I battled the Domino's Demon today. I vanquished the Domino's Demon. I did not let the Domino's Demon make me cheat on my diet and lose my streak. I still have maintained the streak. The Domino's Demon has been conquered, all right? We battled the Domino. It's done. And then also, what else? I had my 1,000 subscriber special this week. It was awesome. I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. I put a lot of thought into it, and I'm very, very proud of that. Sorry it came out so late. I've been trying to churn some videos out because I was very, very busy like last week, so I've been kind of catching things up. I had been neglecting a lot of responsibilities that I'm now catching up on. So what else? So my lowest weigh-in last week was 178.2 pounds. My lowest weigh-in this week was 181.0 pounds. So that is a gain of 2.8 pounds. Now remember, my lowest weigh-in last week when I weighed in that low is after a day of fasting. So obviously my water weight was pretty low at that point. I had done it as basically an excuse to cheat the next day for the Super Bowl. No more of that crap is going to happen. No more fasting for a whole day. I have to have at least 1,400 calories. So luckily, this will be removed from the list of excuses I can come up with to where I can cheat if I do this. I can cheat. We're not going to be doing that crap anymore. So I have a streak of 3, as I said. Last week, I had an average of 7.3 hours of sleep per night. This week, that went up to 8 hours of sleep per night, which is awesome. That's exactly what I aimed for. Very happy with that. I definitely needed more sleep, so that is very necessary. Last week, I had an average of 3,205 calories a day, which is way too much. This week, I also had too many calories, but it did go down. That was 2,740 calories. Last week, we had like 3 days where I cheated a bunch. This week, I only had 2 days where I cheated a bunch. And also, I actually counted the calories on all those days, so I didn't just eat whatever I wanted and then guesstimate like I usually had done. So we made a lot of progress as far as that is concerned. I had about 109 grams of protein per day last week. This week that went up quite a bit to 156 grams per day. Much, much better. I'm very happy with that. I aim for about 140, 150 a day, so that's very, very good. I definitely need it to keep up some muscle mass and whatnot. Try to get buff, you know what I'm saying? Ugh! But also, last week I ran 7 miles in 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 2 seconds. That was actually my only run last week, so I only ran once last week, which is kind of a tragedy. That's about 11.1 minutes per mile. This week, we really changed things up. I ran only with a weighted vest this week, which is pretty cool. I ran 5 miles in total this week with 24 pounds in my weighted vest. I ran 2 miles this week with 30 pounds in my weighted vest. And I ran 1 mile this week with 60 pounds in it, which was pretty cool. It was very difficult. My back has definitely been getting used to it, though. It's not nearly as difficult as it was when I had first started, so I am rapidly adapting to this new scenario where I have a bunch of weight on my shoulders. It's very weird, but it's kind of awesome, honestly. It's definitely changed things up. It's made things a lot more interesting, so hopefully that'll get me back on the street a little bit more, burn more calories and whatnot. It's getting a lot hotter out, so it's gonna make me sweat a lot more, which is gonna make me burn more calories, so that's pretty cool. I also did some overhead press this week. My top set for that, so the most difficult one, was I did 8 reps of 85 pounds. Pretty happy with that. I barely was able to do it. My last rep, I was like, it took like 3 or 4 seconds. I was like, and then I did it. And then my top set for incline bench this week was 15 reps for 105 pounds. That was also quite difficult, but I am proud of that. I'm not really used to that lift as well, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that went very well. I definitely want to do more weightlifting in the near future, as I've probably said multiple times. I want to do more of that. So I want to incorporate stuff like overhead press, bench press, incline bench, pull-ups, maybe chin-ups, and squats, and maybe deadlifts as well into my normal routine. I want to do each of those at least maybe once, probably more like twice a week. We'll see if I can incorporate that into things and sort of figure out a rhythm, because my life can be a little hectic sometimes, and it's a little hard to find room for some of these things. But I also did 288 push-ups this week, which is awesome. That's way more than I usually do. And I did 71 sit-ups this week in 2 minutes, so that's pretty good. So I guess I haven't really lost any progress on those sit-ups. I don't want to lose my progress, so I will every now and again be doing sit-ups just to maintain that. You know, I have made a lot of progress in that I do not want to lose by just not doing them anymore. You know what I mean? So yeah, 288 push-ups. All in all, this was a pretty good week for workouts. We made a lot of progress from last week. Less binging, less calories in general, more exercise. Huge improvement from last week, actually, so I'm very, very happy with this week. I think next week is going to be a lot better. I feel like this week is really kind of set up for the next week, where we set up all these new rules that we'll see if they're going to work out next week. I think they will. I'm very optimistic, so yeah, it's gone pretty well. Oh, and also I forgot to do some posing. I like to try and pose so that you guys can see my muscle progress from week to week. This is not something I'm good at, so bear with me, guys. I don't know really how to do this. Maybe I should watch tutorials or something. I don't know. I feel kind of embarrassed doing it, but I don't know. We'll see. My trap muscles are very, very sore. This is, whew. Oh man, my neck is also kind of sore as well. That all the pressure from the weighted vest really puts a strain on your neck and also your traps. As I've said, it's brutal. And what else? Do I do any other? Oh yeah, I do this sometimes. I'm like this. I don't think this really does anything though. You know what? It'll probably look a lot cooler when I've gotten rid of the love handles. So that when I get rid of the love handles, it's gonna look good. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you all for watching. I will see you later today for day 113, I believe. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Also, we got a new bruise. That's pretty cool. Forgot to mention that. But anyways, thank you for watching. Peace.